Last week, a contestant bid $1,700 for the clues to the solution of this weirdy-beardy puzzle. Because no one could identify these three men as Tom Dewey, Dick Nixon, and Harry Truman, our contestants lost a mink outfit worth $12,500. Will tonight's contestants be sharp enough to solve the new puzzles we have in store for them? We'll soon see on Bid and Buy. Presented by Revlon. Bid and Buy, television's most adult puzzle game where the bidding is sharp, but your wits must be sharper. And here to conduct tonight's auction, the star of our show, Bert Parks.
Thank you very much. Thank you and good evening. Hello there, John. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Revlon's Bid and Buy. Now, the object of our game is to solve a picture puzzle through a series of clues. Now, our contestants need the clues, so you got to bid it smart to win. If you're right, you go home rich. If you're wrong, well, you go home the way you came in. Okay, now, you people at home can play right along with us because this is a game for everybody. Now, let's meet the people who are going to play Bid and Buy with us tonight. Back for his third week, here's John Riley. Let's welcome John. Let's see, John J. Riley, Jr., marketing research executive with Esso Standard Oil, lives in Garden City, married, has two girls, 8 and 11, and this is your third appearance. Am I right about that?
That's right, Bert.
Tell me, how does appearing on our show compare with your service in the Army? What would you say?
Well, Bert, after the way I did last week, I think the Army looks pretty good to me right now.
Oh, that's fair. But now look how calm and collected your neighbor is. This is Mrs. Ann Acree. This is John Riley. There he is.
Hello.
There's John.
Hi,
Yeah.
John.
Yes. Now let's see, it's Miss Acree. I'm sorry. And you live in from Memphis, Tennessee,
Right.
and you studied at Southern Methodist University.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get so Southern every time I talk to a Southern girl. And you went to the University of California at Los Angeles. May I ask
Right.
what you're doing in New York?
I model jewels for Van Cleef and Arpels.
Tell me, what is the largest amount of jewels in value that you've ever worn?
Close to $1 million.
You want? Was it a necklace and a bracelet or
Necklace,
what?
ring, earring.
How did you feel with $1 million worth of jewels around
Just
you?
wanted to be my own.
You just walked right out of there, didn't you? And I want you to meet Thomas Fay here on your left. This is Ann Acree. Now, Tom, you've been married 15 years. You have 3 children. Automobile salesman in Flushing, but you live in Manhattan. Has all your life, in fact.
That's right.
Huh? And that's sort of a rare creature, a native New Yorker, wouldn't you say, Tom?
Kind of.
And let's see, what's become of all the native New Yorkers? What would you think?
I don't know, Bert. What happened to all the Indians?
I think that $24 took care of the whole thing. But anyway, Mr. Fay, I want you to meet your fellow player here. This is Peggy Jaster.
How do you do?
Now, Mrs. Jaster has 2 children. She lives in Camp Hill, Alabama.
Yes.
She comes from Louisville, Kentucky. Say, this is sort of Southern Day on the Bid and Buy program. And your maiden name, Peggy Shippen. Shippen is very familiar. From the American Revolution, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Bert. The first Peggy Shippen was a very lovely young Philadelphia loyalist, and she married General Benedict Arnold.
Uh-huh. Was that any relation of yours?
Yes, I'm her great-great-grandniece.
Well, nice to have you all here. And we're ready to play Bid and Buy. Now, my friends, you know the rules. We'll show you a video puzzle, and you bid for clues to the solution. Now, to win the prize, you have to buy the clues. As simple as that. This is Mr. Cornelius Vanderbilt. Oh, good night. We just bought the whole studio there. Mr. Cornelius Kennedy of the Manufacturers Trust Company. He's going to start you all even with $5,000 each. Will you do that, sir, please? And that's so you can buy the clues and solve the puzzle. And you keep whatever amount of money you have left at the end of the round. So, for instance, you pay $3,000 for a clue and you bid successfully, you keep that $2,000. Now, the cheaper you buy the clues, the more you'll have left to take home. If you don't solve any of them, you got to give all the money back. Those are the rules of the game. All right, there's the prize I know you'd like to win, so let's get right to it. Here is your first video puzzle and a free clue.
I'm still studied daily.
All right, so that everyone at home can get a better idea of what this is, let's take a few seconds, look at it closely, and study it.
For our home viewers only, here is a free clue. Early Greek.
right, now, my friends, let's play Bid and Buy for the proceeds from one day at Disneyland. I'm going to auction off a package of 3 clues, and who'll start the bidding with $1,000?
$1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
$1,100.
$1,100.
$1,200.
$1,200.
$1,300.
$1,300.
14.
Good.
$1,600.
Now we're going up.
17.
Do I hear 2?
$2,000.
2,000. All right, you almost went out and came right back in. Right, Peggy. 2,000.
2,100.
2,100. 2,100 once. Do I hear more?
2,200.
2,200 just under the line. 2,200 once. Are you done? Sold to Peggy Jaster for $2,200. Please place that amount in the pay tray right in front of you. $2,200. That's right. You want to count it out? Yes, sir. That girl's careful, I'm telling you. That's all right. 2,200. Is that it? Thank you, ma'am. All right. Now, we're going to show you the clues, Miss Jaster, and then ask for your solution of that video puzzle. Let's see the first clue, please.
My kind of love is cool.
All right. Peggy Jaster, here is clue number 2.
Author of The Republic.
Now, Peggy, you've seen 2 clues. There's one left. Now, if you're not sure that that last clue will help you, I'll sell it off to someone else, and if the buyer solves the puzzle, he'll give you $1,000 for you to keep. But if he's wrong, you get nothing. Now, are you going to take the last clue or sell it? Take a moment now. Think it over.
While Peggy Jaster is thinking it over, here's another free clue for home audiences. Philosopher.
All right, now, Peggy Jaster, what is your decision?
I think I'd better see the next clue.
You want to see the third and final clue. All right, good. Okay, this is it. Now, look closely. Here is your third and last clue.
An early teacher.
Now, Peggy, remember, I must have an exact answer. If you have a word or name incorrect, then I must consider the whole answer incorrect. So study the picture and the clues. You bought it. You own it. What is it?
Could it be Benjamin Franklin, Poor Richard's Almanac?
No, I'm awfully sorry, Peggy. It's not. Does any other member of the panel think they know? You, Ann? You, Tom?
No.
Well, now you look. Let me show you now. Look at the picture. There's a baby. Is that his toe? He's playing with his toe. What would that be? Plato. Plato, because we said I'm still studied daily. And the first clue, my kind of love, is cool. And that, of course, is platonic love or mental affection. The next was author of The Republic, a study of the Athenian system of government. And this clue, an early teacher, which is self-explanatory. This is Plato. Sorry, Dixon. Well, now, hope you folks out there, listen, I want to tell you something. You know, I didn't know it, but part of my job is taking trips. And one of the most interesting trips that I ever made was the tour that Barbara and I took at the Revlon Research Laboratories. That was really quite a trip.
It certainly was, Bert. It gave me the chance to ask about Revlon's new deodorant, High and Dry. I wanted to know why it's been called the greatest scientific advance in roll-on deodorants. Well, when you see the research, the tests they perform, you know why. First of all, Revlon created this new gentle strength deodorant for a woman's special needs. You see, High and Dry is gentle enough for a woman's tender underarms and yet strong enough to ensure 24-hour protection against perspiration stains and odor. Yes, now you can have freedom from perspiration breakthrough with High and Dry, the roll-on deodorant created especially for women. And you'll be delighted with this smart, unbreakable dispenser. Don't forget, High and Dry. You're a woman. You'll appreciate it.
Yes, once you use Revlon's High and Dry, you'll never switch deodorants again. All right, let's see what our standing is here at the moment. John Riley, you have your original $5,000, as does Ann Acree. Thomas Fahey, $5,000. Peggy Jaster, you risked a little money on that, but after all, if you don't risk it, you can't get a chance at the puzzle. You have $2,800 left. All right, now let's have a look at the prize for our next game, and here it is.
our dream car of the week. It's the great Jaguar XK 150S, equally at home on track and roadway. Here is the very latest word from the Jag factory, a roadster and a speedster in the great racing tradition of Jaguar, and a mighty convertible to lead the parade on the highway. This roomy, easy-to-handle English motor car comes equipped with an overdrive, which gives it a fifth speed. It has 3 SU carburetors, quick-change disc brakes, 250-horsepower racing motor, and dozens of the extra refinements for which Jaguar has always been noted. It's a beautiful white job with the finest red leather upholstery and prize-winning body lines. The XK 150S has demonstrated time and again that it can pass anything on the road and just about anything on the tracks of America and Europe. It's a car to make you proud. The Jag XK 150S, which sells for $5,250.
Well, now, there's a prize I know you're going to bid big for, so this one, my friends, is our Weirdy Beardy puzzle, which is this week's winner of our $500 contest open to all viewers. Now, remember, the 3 people in this puzzle have something in common. You have to name all 3 to win the prize. All right, now let's see our Weirdy Beardy puzzle and the free clue. Here it is.
Pronounced alike.
All right, let's take some time, look at it closely now, and study it.
For our home viewers only, here is a free clue. Jerry, John, and Robert.
All right, now here's your chance to win that Jaguar, and I'm going to auction off a package of 3 clues. Who will open the bidding with $1,000?
$1,200.
$1,200.
15.
15 for John Riley.
17.
That's it, Mr. Creed.
2,000.
Yes, 2,000.
$2,100.
2,100.
2,200.
2,200, Miss Jester.
23.
2,300.
25.
25. 26. 26 once.
28.
28.
29.
3,000.
31.
35.
35. Are you done? 35. Are you through? Sold to John Riley, $3,500. Please place that amount, John, in the pay tray in front of you. $3,500 the amount of your bid, leaving you $1,500 on the board. Now, you're going to see the clues. Thank you very much. Oh, you got more to put in there? Oh, I'm sorry. It takes a little while to dole out $3,500. There we go. Okay? Right. You're going to see the clues, and then you're going to try to figure out the solution of that puzzle. Here is your first clue.
2 chortles and a growl.
All right, clue number 2.
We all are in the public eye.
All right, we're at that important decision again. John, you have seen 2 clues. You have 1 left. Remember, if you sell that last clue and the buyer solves the puzzle, he'll give you $1,000 in cash. Now, are you going to take the last clue or sell it? What'll it be? The car, the $1,000 in cash, or maybe nothing? You bought it. You own it. What are you going to do with it?
Here is a further clue for our home viewers only. 2 conics, 1 minor.
All right, time is up. What is your decision, sir?
I got 2, Bert. I'll stick my neck out, try and get the
You're going to ask for the third clue. All right. You think you have 2, that's a pretty good way to start. All right, maybe that last clue will help you. So here it is, your third and final clue.
We dig for dough and laughs.
All right, take a few seconds now. All right, this is it. You bought it. You own it. What is it? I must caution you again, John Riley. Your answer must be exact, down to the last word. Who are these 3 people?
Bert, I still have 2. I've got Jerry Lewis.
Yes?
I've got John L. Lewis.
That's right. There's only 1 other. Now, we'll give you a few more seconds. You have half of it, or rather 2/3 of it.
Yeah.
2/3 of it. Jerry Lewis, John L. Lewis. Who is the third? I'll give you 5 more seconds.
The only other Lewis I can think of is Joe E. Lewis. And
No,
I'm sure that's
I
not
am
it.
awfully sorry. It really is. Does anyone else know? It is Jerry Lewis. May we see the picture, please? Jerry Lewis, John L. Lewis, and Robert Hugh Lewis. right here. Well, I'm awfully sorry, really, especially since you got so close, John, you know. Now, the first clue, let's see now how they shaped up. First of all, pronounced alike, naturally. Lewis, all three. The next, two chortles and a growl. Jerry and Robert Q are comedians, and John L. is noted for his gruff manner. We are all in the public eye, which is self-explanatory. We dig for dough and laughs. John L. represents the miners in wage negotiations. Jerry and Robert Q are in the business of making the public laugh. I'm terribly sorry, John Riley, but a good effort indeed. Thank you very much. Now, I suppose everyone would like to know the name of the person who sent in that weirdy-beardy which stumped the panel. Almost didn't, though. Well, in part and in various forms, this puzzle was sent in by so many people that the judges took the first 50 letters, boiled them down to 3 persons, and the 4 clues that you just saw. So according to the rules announced, we're dividing the $500 among those first 50 entrants, and each of them will receive a check in the mail for $10. And thank you for looking. You know, fellas, there's a saying which makes a heck of a lot of sense. It's, you feel your best when you look your best. Now, I don't know who said it, but I do know who did something about it. Revlon, with the amazing new hairdressing for men, Top Brass.
Keeps hair in place around the clock. Top Brass for men. Fights dandruff hour after hour. Top Brass for men. Top Brass!
Yes, this is it. Top Brass, with a completely new medicated formula never before in a man's hairdressing. You see, Top Brass moisturizes your scalp to fight dryness and dandruff. Now, when I say moisturizes, I mean without grease. Now, let me prove it to you. What's this? Now, here's a leading liquid hairdressing, and this is a leading cream hairdressing, and finally, Top Brass. Now, let's take a look on the other side of that paper. You see, the grease came right through the liquid and the cream dressing, but look, no grease with Top Brass. So, take a tip from me, my friend. Remember, Top Brass for men. It's great. All right. Now, well, let's see what our standing is at the moment. John Riley, you have $1,500 left, and Acre, your original $5,000. Thomas Fay, $5,000. Peggy Jester, $2,800. And let's take a look now at what the prize is for our next game.
You are going to win 3,990,000 top value trading stamps. And select all 2,000 items in this catalog. 2,666 top value stamp books worth a total of 10,000.
All right, there it is, $10,000 worth of top value stamps. And I can see you're all anxious, so let's get to our next game. Here it is.
Served to ease growing pains.
All right, let's take a good long look at this puzzle now. Look at it carefully.
For our home viewers only, here's a free clue. A play.
All right, now, my friends, this is our third and final round, and to make sure that no one buys all the clues with one quick $5,000 bid, and to even things up between those who have lots of money left, we're going to sell off the clues one at a time, and the successful bidder can take a crack at the answer just as soon as he's bought one clue. Now, let's see how quick you are at bidding, buying, and solving the puzzle. And remember, you have to watch your step and not spend all your money right at the start. And still, you can't sit back and wait for that last clue, because we may never get that far. All right, we're going to start now bidding for the first clue. We open with $1,000. Who'll start?
$1,000.
Yes, sir.
1,500.
Do I hear more?
2,000.
2,000.
2,100.
2,100. 2,200. 25. 27.
28.
28.
3,000.
$3,000, my friend. 31.
35.
35.
36.
36. 36 once.
4,000.
$4,000 once. Twice.
4,100.
4,100. Just under the line. Are you done?
4,500.
4,500. 45 once. Twice. Sold. Thomas Fay, $4,500. Please place that amount. Just put everything with the exception of $500 right there. All right, so keep 500. That's good. All right. Now, let's see that first clue that you paid for, Thomas Fay. Here it is.
for the young man Solace.
Now, take a few minutes, think it over. All right, Tom Fay, you bought it, you own it, and what is it? You must give me an exact answer.
Bert, I'm positive it's Tea and Sympathy.
You are right. Tea and Sympathy. Well, you get kisses with it and everything. Well, just to start you off on your stamp book collection, you know, finally it's going to be worth over $10,000 to you in merchandise. And congratulate. Gee, well, that was nice of you to give him that kiss. How long have you known this young man? Well, well, give him another one. Give him one more. Just come on. That's it. Good. Well, you were absolutely right. And by the way, you have the $500 left. That also belongs to you with our very best wishes. Let's give Tom Fay, our big winner tonight, a hand. Thank you, sir. All right. Now, for those of you at home who may be not quite sure how Tom arrived at that decision. All right, let's look. First of all, there is the tea service and the consolation prize up there for sympathy. Serve to ease growing pains. Deborah Carr, as the teacher's wife, offered tea and sympathy to young students with troubles growing up in the play, of course. Now, let's look at the next clue. For the young man Solace, she reassured the young man when the other students made his life miserable. Did you see the play, by the way?
No.
Or the picture?
I heard and read quite a bit about it, Bert.
Yes. Well, whatever it is, this will be a very lucky play for you indeed, Tom, and our very best wishes to you. All right. We'll be back with our contestants here in just a moment. You know, friends, some fashions are seen only in New York or only in Chicago or perhaps San Francisco. But here's a fashion that swept the whole country.
The most dazzling fashion success of all time. Gold. Elegant, shimmering gold. Melted for your fingertips by Revlon. Here is Gold Frosted, the most precious nail enamel in the world.
Gold frosted, made from 24-karat gold. You know, if ever there was a season for elegance, this is it. Fashion is resplendent with rich brocades, fabulous furs, and colorful new tweeds. But to reach the very height of elegance, touch whatever you wear with gold. Revlon's gold-frosted nail enamel. It makes a jewel of every fingertip. Choose Revlon's gold gold, pink gold, or rose gold. Gold frosted, the new fashion classic.
Well, gold frosted, my friends. Gold frosted enamel. Looks terrific, doesn't it? John Riley, I'm sorry to see you go, sir. You've been a very, very charming and wonderful contestant. We've enjoyed seeing you, sir. Now, let's see what you have won over the past few weeks. I think you are the proud owner of a brand new Rolls Royce.
That's right.
Have you taken a ride yet, or have you sold it? Or
I've sold it, Bert.
You sold it
Yeah.
already? Oh, boy, that didn't last long. You
Well,
just went
that
right
hurt.
out the stage door and bam, it's gone right there. It's a beautiful car,
It
really.
certainly
isn't it?
is.
Yes, it is. Now, John, I hope you come back and see us
Love
very
to.
often. I'd
Love
like
to.
to know what happens to all our bid and buy friends. Ann Akery, I'm sorry that your visit with us wasn't
pleasure.
a little bit more profitable, but it's always a pleasure to have a lovely lady on our show.
Thank you.
Come back and see us. Tom, looks like you're the big winner tonight, my boy, with that $10,500.
Terrific.
Isn't it fun?
Very happy.
You know, a lot of people say to me, gee, I knew all the answers at home, you know, but when you sit there on the panel and try to figure these things out, under pressure,
That's right.
it's a little difficult, isn't it?
Because Ann said she knew it. I'm sure she knew it.
That's right. Well, Peggy must have known something because she gave you a nice kiss there. Peggy Jaster, a great pleasure to welcome you here.
Thank you. I've had a marvelous time.
How
Thank
old are
you,
your
Bert.
children, by the way?
One is 19, and I believe he's in the audience, and I have a daughter, 14.
Well, you give them our very best regards. will you?
Thank you.
Well, thank you all for joining us here tonight on Bid and Buy. Well, now, Bill, I don't think I need to even ask you, my boy. We all know who our big winner is tonight. It's Thomas Fahey with $10,500, the $10,000 being the amount of all those stamps, the $500 that was left from your bidding from that particular round. Is that right, sir? So, Tom, it looks as if you are going to be our big winner, and it means that you will be back with us next week. And I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to having all of you back next week, my friends. That's it for now. So good night from Revlon's Bid and Buy. Good night.
Bid and Buy has been brought to you by Revlon. Remember, if it's the finest of its kind, it's by Revlon. If you'd like to appear as a contestant on Revlon's Bid and Buy, send your name, address, and picture to Bid and Buy, box number 70, Grand Central Station, New York, 17, New York. That's Bid and Buy, box number 70, Grand Central Station, New York, 17, New York. Be sure to play along with us again next week on television's most adult puzzle game, Revlon's Bid and Buy. White and gold gown from Sylvan Rich of Martini. Bidden by Fashions from Greta Platcher. Your announcer is Bill Rogers.